This is a video on how to repower lawnmower. Uh, this is a 2012 lawnmower, and it's got an obvious problem right there. But it's got a good quattro engine on it. It's 2012 because the first two numbers there are 12. Looks like I need to put a bolt in the gas tank. And then this mower is a lot newer. I don't know what year it is, but it's got this engine on it, and these are notoriously problematic. They can be worked with, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna put over reliable on that one. The one thing you need to make sure of when you do this is you need to make sure your crankshaft length is the same. And let's see here. Yep, it's the same. And this should be a good mower once I switch them over. Looks like this one even came with a new blade on it. That's nice. Both these mowers are free. They were a giveaway. Alright. You have 3 bolts that hold the engine on. You have one that holds the blade on. There's the engine that's off. There's the deck. This is scrap metal. Looks like it has a nice pair of wheels on the front. Might keep those for a later project. Might even keep that grass sweep. Might come in handy. But I even left the handle attached to this. I'm just going to put the handle on this one along with the motor. I just want to say a little something. I'm halfway through taking this off. It's just the 3 bolts and then the one for the blade. This newer mower, the deck is hardly even worn. That kind of has something to say about how good these newer engines are. They're not. I mean, the other one, the deck rusted out before the engine failed. Newer one, the engine failed before the deck even got close to wearing out. So that says something. Now you want to save yourself some headache, you put the engine upside down, make sure it doesn't have any gas in it. You can drain the oil if you want to. Then you set the engine upside down, then you don't have to kill yourself to thread these back in. They're a lot easier to do this way. You want to save yourself some trouble later. You put some oil on these threads and in the holes. Piston oiler. You can even do it on the blade bolt a little bit, the crankshaft bolt. A lot of times these engines, these will get seized and they'll break off later in life. Put a little oil on it now. That won't happen later on. It doesn't take much longer than 30 to 45 minutes to do this kind of a switch. I could still pull those front wheels if I wanted to keep them, and there's some hardwares there that might be useful at another time. That engine's even a good engine. It's just the carburetors systems are really bad on them. They're problematic, and I don't have an air filter for it. And this engine's complete and probably runs as is. If not, the diaphragm kit for that carburetor will turn it back into another 9-year session of it running flawlessly. These old Briggs flatheads just run for... There has to be something really wrong with them for them not to run. These engines, if everything's right on them, they usually won't start in the spring. There may be a 2-year engine. This one's about a 9. So this is good to go for somebody that needs to cut the grass in the spring. And this one's adding to the pile of scrap metal that's completely worthless, and there's a couple parts in there, I guess. I hope this helps.